Okay, I'm just going to show you how to do working with photographs in both InDesign and Photoshop. So I'm going to demonstrate first just cropping a photo regularly, and then also how to do silhouettes. And you might want to do both or one of the above with the photographs that you're working with for project one. So I'm going to do, again, demonstrations of both. So let's say in InDesign, we are going to open a new document and bringing in a photo. I'm going to bring in one from the desktop, and I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. And remember, when you're fitting your photos, if you hold down on the shift key when you're changing the size, that'll keep the photo in scale. And of course, don't forget to go up to object, fit content to frame. It's a little grainy, unfortunately, but just for time's sake, I'm going to keep using that particular photograph. Let's say that we don't want the background on this photo. We just want to crop it so that we have mostly the cupola. What you can do is, once you have the photo the size that you want, just pull in from the sides until you have the portion of the photo that you want. And so that's one way to crop a photo really easily in InDesign. The only problem with that is that if we wanted to make it larger later, because we've changed the box around it, that's going to affect our scale. So another way to crop a photograph is if you go into Photoshop, and I'm going to open a different photo. And I'm just going to zoom in on this so that it's easier to see. Okay, so let's decide and say that we're going to crop a photograph in Photoshop. What you do is just choose this second tool here, the select tool, and you're going to go around the portion of the picture that you want. And once that's blinking, it's selected, then you're just going to go to Image, Crop, and you're all set. And then basically you can just copy that, and you should be able to paste it into InDesign, and then again work with sizing it how you want it. And again, just so you don't get this graininess, usually if you choose a higher quality, a higher resolution photograph, you don't have to worry about going larger with the photo and having it end up grainy. But again, just for demonstration purposes, I'm using those lower resolution pictures. Okay, let's say that you want to do a silhouette of a picture. That I'm also going to do in Photoshop, so I'm just going to open up a new picture. And again, I'm going to zoom in on it so it's easier to see. Silhouette is different than a crop. Crop still keeps some of the background of the image, takes the portion, but keeps it in a basic shape. In a silhouette, what you're doing is choosing the lasso tool, and you're going around a more specific portion of the image. So this I'm going to do really quick. It's not going to look as good as it could if I took a little bit more time. But again, using that lasso tool, you're selecting what you want until you've gone all the way around the portion that you want. And then again, up at the top, edit, copy, and we can bring that into InDesign, edit, paste. And for some reason, which just goes to show you never know how these things are going to turn out, for some reason the background's turning out black. Normally it would just be white. I'm going to try a couple of things here. Object, clipping path, options, detect edges, see if that works. I might have to work with another picture to make that go away. Alright, let's go back in and do another silhouette really quick. And again, if you wanted to go exactly along the edges, it takes a little bit more time using the mouse. Edit, copy, come back into InDesign and paste. And again, for some reason, again, the background's showing up as black, although it shouldn't be doing that, so I'm not sure if it's just the setting on my computer or not. Let's try something else really quickly. File new, open. Okay, let's do one more silhouette. Let's try cutting. Okay, that didn't work either. Let's see, edit, paste, object. Sometimes you do have to set the edges in the clipping path. That doesn't seem to be it either. Huh. Okay, well, hopefully when you follow these steps, if you're doing the silhouette, what you'll get is just a portion of the image with no background behind it at all, which is kind of the point of a silhouette. So I'm going to leave that as is for now, but those are the main difference between cropping and cutting out or silhouetting a photograph. And both, as you can see, are pretty easy to do if they work right. I'm going to come back and try to do a new demonstration later when I have a chance that hopefully will work right, but for now, again, at least you can see the main steps.